Hi Kamya. Hello. Uh, Olivier T. Thank you for joining, both of you. Can you tell me in the comments if I am audible and visible? We had some issues with the connectivity. Clear your query now. Thank you for joining. Those of you who are joining me, can you just tell me in the comments if I am audible and visible clearly? I had to end the previous live session because I was not audible and there was problem with the voice hearing. I'll just wait for a few more people to join. Good evening to the people who have joined me today now. Hi Yuri, thank you for rejoining. Can you tell me if I am audible now? Just tell me in the comments if the voice is clear now. Yuri, can you tell me in the comments if I am audible now properly? Okay, so I'll speak in the mic then. Thank you for commenting. So I'll just wait for the guest to rejoin me. She is not among the viewers yet. Hi Diana, thank you for joining. Good evening to you. How is your weekend going, guys? Let me know in the comments what are you doing? How has your weekend been? Is there anything new that you have done? Hi Azim. Good evening. Thank you for joining. I'm just waiting for my guest to join so I can add her to the live session and we can have a good chat about our books and about our writing process. Those of you who are with me, you are free to ask me any questions that you would like in the. We'll just wait for her to join us. Hi Preeti. Thank you for rejoining.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, now I think the audio and video quality both has improved a lot.
I
Okay,
guess
Preeti.
yes.
So I'll just continue with our session.
Yeah.
For the viewers who have joined us now, I am doing a live session with Preeti Raj. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear. I think there is some delay in the video. Did you ask a question?
Yes. I was just telling the viewers about you, and then I asked you if you could tell us about yourself.
Wow. Yeah, sure. Okay. So by profession, I'm an IT professional. So I work with an MNC as a telecom engineer. And
Okay.
As a hobby, I have a travel blog as well, which I do as a hobby thing only. So it is working for the last 4 years, which is majorly a travel blog. And writing a book was my long pending dream. So because I'm an avid reader, so I always wanted to write something and get published. So recently, this year only, this pandemic gave us huge opportunity to do whatever we wanted to do. So I've recently published that book, like Clean Slate, which is a collection of short stories.
Okay, so I actually recently read the book and I quite enjoyed it. The
Thank you.
stories that are so relatable and so fresh. I after reading, are you able to hear me, Preeti?
Yeah, voice is there, but it's a bit
Okay,
broken.
okay. Is this better?
Better.
Okay, okay. So I'll just ask you a couple of questions which I had after reading.
Okay.
My first question to you was that first story in your book, it has an element of magical realism. So I was like, I have never written in that genre before, and I that how does one incorporate that element in a book which is in which other stories are not around that genre? So, how did you go about that?
Yeah, so when I wrote this collection, I wanted to have something for everyone. Well, you must have read that there are a story related to horror, there is a romantic story, and then there are stories related to family.
Hmm.
So when you come to readers, some of them wants to read the relatable stories, and then few are there who wants to read or see a kind of movie which they haven't experienced anything like that in their life. So like a kind of fantasy, not a proper fantasy. So I added that element as a bit of surprise because when you're reading, you're always trying to predict what could happen in the end, and then the stories turn around totally. So just to add that element of surprise, and for those readers who are looking for something new in a story, so I added
Hmm.
the story for that. And personally, I also like these kind of fantasies where author has written something which you have never read anywhere. So that's why.
Okay, okay. I actually enjoyed two stories from very much, which was the story of a laptop, and I'm forgetting the title about a father who was addicted to
Tech
social
savvy
media.
for my tech savvy.
Well, yes, those two are my personal favorites. So, which one was your
Okay.
favorite from this collection, and which one did you find most challenging and enjoyable to write?
Selecting a favorite from your own stories is a tough job. You can understand that. Yeah, but if I have to say one, I will say reincarnation is one of my favorite. Because this orthodox things and this superstitious thing, I personally am very against all these things. So, and you cannot openly, especially in this time, you cannot openly protest against any religious thing. So by that story, I I put out
Yeah,
everything that I had in my heart. So
you actually used the story
reincarnation is one of my favorite.
to your feelings about such beliefs.
Yeah, and if you say challenging, then haunted house was a bit challenging because you because horror stories are always very predictable. You know what's going to happen, how that ghost is going to appear in the scene. It will so it was a bit challenging for me, and I tried to do my best, but let's see how readers react to that.
I actually enjoyed that because I don't want to give away any spoilers to the viewers, but that element at the end, it was quite unpredictable about the identity of the ghost.
Yeah, I know.
So my
Understand.
third question to
Thanks, you like
you
that.
is yes, I actually enjoyed it. So I was in my previous question, I mentioned my personal favorite, which is My Tech Savvy Father. I especially loved it because people of our generation, whose parents are more than 50 or 65, they have experienced something like that in their lives, and they have had
Of course.
to teach about technology to their parents. So, was this story anyway related to your life? How did the idea
Uh, yes, yes. You can say 80% of the things are those that I've experienced with my father. Oh my God, my WhatsApp is so much flooded with all these images, which and I cannot tell him that all this is fake because it hurts his own ego. So, but yes, the end solution that the son does, I haven't done it. I do not have enough courage to do these kind of things. But yes, it is. I believe. I wish I could do it, and
but
I
in a
wish my father
way,
react that way.
but I believe you have given quite a wise way out of this problem to the people who are courageous
Yeah.
enough.
If someone tries and it works, then I'll be more than happy.
So, to all the viewers who are listening to this, read Preeti's book, and in that it is about a generation gap between us and our parents, and how technology becomes a problem, and how there is a whole solution to that problem provided by Preeti in that.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
If your father is addicted to social media, please read it. You'll get some solution.
so my next question actually is about let's make this a little helpful for the viewers as well. So my next question
Yeah.
to you is what is your writing process like? Do you have a certain time when you write, or so how does the whole writing thing happen?
Uh, uh, I would say process. Because I do not write with any process. The thing is, when I feel like I have some good idea running into my mind and it comes randomly, like I'm sitting somewhere, I'm reading something, and an idea clicks into my mind. So I go and write it down. At least I capture the ideas in a random way. There is nothing like I'll sit at this time and I'll think about it. I keep on thinking, and whenever I get an
Okay.
idea, I write it down. And especially, and the word limit thing that works. Like if you have target that you'll write a novel of 80,000 words, and you want
Hmm.
to finish it in certain times. So I divide all the number of days and count that I have. So I'll get a daily count, and I try
Okay.
to be on that, which I hardly achieve. So that,
That
but I
that's
try
very
to work that way.
it's very honest of you to admit that your flaw, that you try to make a plan, but there's hardly any, you know,
Oh, yeah,
eh,
yes, because yeah, you have a profession to do. I have a baby who is 10 months old, so I do not know how she reacts. So a lot of things. I try to be on the schedule, but it 50% of slippage.
yeah, no, let's not be that hard on ourselves if we are trying to achieve. Okay, Lori
Yeah.
here is saying big fan. I don't know if she's telling me or telling you, but I think we need to say thank you to her. One of the
Sorry.
viewers, one of the viewers in the
Uh-huh.
comments is saying big fan, ma'am. I'm not sure if she is saying about.
No, 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 she must be saying about you. I'm a debut author. I do not think I have big fan following.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Hello, Preeti, were you able to hear my question?
Now, yeah, now I can hear you. Earlier screen was freezed.
Okay, so my next question was that how long did it take for you to
Yes, this book I haven't written in one go, and the stories they were not earlier they were not meant to be published in a book. I just wrote it down during my travels, like whenever I'm at some place, I hear some stories from the local people. Like when you are somewhere, you always meet new people and listen to their stories. Some of those ideas are very striking. So I
Hmm.
just wrote a few, 100 or 200 word stories there, and then later on I
Okay.
elaborated it. So I can say the stories were written over a period of time, but if I say the formal process of like editing and getting it published and polishing it, it took around 3 to 4 months.
Okay, okay, that's very quick actually, and that should motivate
Yeah.
a lot of people out there. She
Yeah, because
always
I already had that structure with me, the structure of stories with me. I just had to polish them and find some professional who can help with editing and designing.
okay. Okay, she one of the viewers is saying hi to you as well.
Ah,
She's also a author and she's a good friend of mine. She's saying hello to you.
okay. Hi.
Okay. Uh,
Achha.
Related to this book, I always ask this question to most of my guest authors, and I also want while you were writing or after the writing was done, what was that one most memorable moment associated with this book?
Okay. See, when you publish an ebook, you get that feeling, yeah, you are published. But when you hold your hardcover in your hand, it feels like you are holding a dream. You have achieved something. So, and when you're self-publishing, getting a hard book in India is very tough because if you go by Amazon, the price is too high that you cannot buy yourself. So I did a lot of things to get that printed book in my hand. And when it finally arrived, that is one moment I cannot forget. It's like holding your dream, holding your child in your hands. This is what I wanted to always, and it's there. So I cannot forget that time when I first took that hard book in my hand. That was very fun.
That's wonderful. Congratulations to you for achieving that dream.
Thank you.
And my last question to you is, if you could give one writing advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Okay, writing advice. Right. If you're writing to get published, the marketing is a very big thing. So first, research properly what publish the book, or you want to go through a publisher, and how you're going to do that, because writing a book is a very laborious task. You spend year or 2 years, but when it finally launches, then if no one is reading it, it's of no use. So research properly how you're going to market it and what will be your strategy. And if you say writing, then I would say you always get this kind of advice that you have to write daily. I don't write daily. I just write whenever I feel writing. It's not always words are flowing on your mind. It doesn't happen every day. So whenever
Hmm.
you have that motivation, write at that time. So I would advise that.
That's great advice, PT. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay,
So,
so
PT, now I leave the stage open for you if you have any questions for me.
yeah, I have a lot of questions for you because as a new author, you're an experienced one, so I would love to learn from you.
Thank you
And
so
before
much.
starting that, I want to ask a personal question. Were
Hmm.
you born in Manali?
No, no, no. No, I wasn't. I wish I was because it's such a beautiful place to, be born and brought up living it.
Okay, no, I was just curious. Don't mind.
No, I wasn't.
Okay. With when I interacted with you during my book reviews and all, I understood that you are a very good editor. I saw your skills, your skillful eyes. So I want to know which role you enjoy more, being an editor or being an author.
Being an editor is tougher because you are looking at someone else's work. You don't know the thought process that has gone behind writing a particular sentence or particular plot. So you need to understand it from your perspective as well as the perspective of the person who created that work. And also, editing
Yeah.
requires a lot of patience. People think that editing is easy, but it's actually very slow and painful.
I understand editing must be a very difficult thing because there are so many others. Okay, so since we're talking about editing, what's the most annoying mistake you find almost in all the authors, and which you want to say, please don't do this mistake again?
I am going to be offending a lot of people if I answer this.
No, that will be
But
a
yes,
great piece of advice.
so that one thing that annoys me a lot is the usage of the speech. I mean, the first person, second person, third person narrative is not. It's very annoying when am I audible now? The video
Yeah,
had
yeah.
paused. The
Yeah,
video
there
had
was a
paused.
yeah, there was a lag, but
Yes. So the first thing is that the narrative. I mean, if you're writing in first person, second person, third person, you need to understand what kind of changes and whether the flow has to be maintained. The second thing is that the tenses. I am very annoyed by tenses because if you're writing first person narrative, whatever you are to do your research on whether that has to be in present tense, past tense, or present simple, present continuous, whatever tense you are using, according to the narrative that you are using. Yes. And simple mistakes like difference between your and you are, the apostrophe that's very annoying.
yeah, I just got
Yes,
reminded of a dialogue from Friends. He says, "Why you are is your." Yes,
exactly. And they use syntax, very local language in writing. It is okay, but don't make it so simple that people don't stop understanding the difference between written word and spoken.
that's good. I'll note this point next time. I at least I won't make this mistake. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I understand that writing a book is a very difficult task. You know, it takes a lot of effort. So when you wrote your second book,
Hmm.
what kept you motivated, and how what was the time gap between your first book and second book?
My first book came out in January 2018, and my second book came out in October 2019. So there was a good one
Okay.
and a half year gap. What kept me motivated in between this was that my first book was received. Okay, I'm not clear. Somebody is saying I'm not clear. Can you hear me, Preeti?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. So the one thing which kept me motivated was how well received my first book was, and I I learned from the different the time gap between the two books is that it should not be so much. In fact, I learned that the faster you bring out your second book or your next book, it's better because people have already read your previous work and they have liked it. It has been well received, so they are curious to read more. So
Yeah. Video is
so I was saying that my biggest piece of learning from this whole thing was that if you already have your debut book out and it has been well received and it has been read by a certain number of people, then bring out your next book within the next 6 months because the people are already aware of your writing style. They have already liked it, and it's a good time to bring out a new book as it will be received well, I believe.
yes. Like if someone has asked Inertia Speaks how much book you have written. Inertia Speaks is my blog name. My name is Preeti. You can call me Preeti. And this Clean Slate is my first book, and I have written just one till now. And as Manali has just advised that we should bring next book within 6 months, I'll take that seriously. And hopefully, I'll come back with second.
I am definitely looking forward to it, and I will tell the viewers also that if Preeti is bringing out her second book in the next 6 months, I definitely recommend that you pick it.
Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so my next question is how you decided to be an author? What was the first time you decided that let's get published? Because I guess you already have a blog. So from blogger to an author, how you decided?
Actually, before being a blogger, I was also a content writer, which I still do. I still do freelance
Okay.
content writing as well. Uh, I have dabbled in various forms of writing, copywriting, content writing, editing, and publishing seemed to be the next step after being a blogger and a content writer. And it was always an ambition, right from since I was a teenager. There was this ambition that I want to have a book out one day. So once I was established, I had good foothold in the field of writing. The getting a book out seemed like a logical next step. That's how the whole thing happened. Nitika has joined us and she says hello. Hi Nitika, thank you for joining.
Hi, Nitika. Okay, so my next question is a funny one. So, among all the characters that you have written in your first book, in your second book, if you get a chance to spend a day with them, which one will you choose and why?
Uh, I will choose a character from my recently released book. She is a character from Love in the Air, one of the stories titled Love in the Air. Her name is Prerna, and she is about to take a solo trip for the first time in her life, and that solo trip is symbolic of many struggles that
Post.
Yes, I was talking about one of my female protagonists called Prerna from the story Love in the Air in my book, recently released book. I would like to spend an entire day with her because she seems like someone I used to someone who was afraid to take courageous decisions and someone who is constantly worried about what people will think or whether people will accept her or not. And I think spending a day with her would be very insightful for me.
Maybe because she's a strong, independent women character.
Yes, and she had to undergo so much to accept herself as she is. That's right.
Oh, nice choice. Okay, so you like writing short stories or full-fledged novels? Maybe
I
writing and reading in both.
in reading since I have been reading since I was 8 years old. So as a reader, I enjoy reading novels, but lately because of time constraints, I've started enjoying shorter type as well, like poetry or short stories or micro tales. I've started enjoying these also. But as a writer, I think I enjoy writing poetry the most. I have not
Poetry.
yet. Yes.
Oh wow,
In
wow.
fact, that was my debut book. My debut book was a collection of poems, and I miss writing poetry. I do write it often, but I have not been putting them out lately. So yeah, maybe sometime in next year I might think of getting out another poetry book. A lot of people have been
Wow.
messaging me saying that they miss my poetry, so why not?
Because I haven't read your poetry book, I've read your short stories book, but I know it will be great whenever you will release it,
Thank you, thank
and
you.
I'll
That's
wait.
very kind.
Okay, since you are reading since the age of 8 years, so who is your favorite author, all-time favorite author from your childhood till now?
Okay, that's a very tough one because I enjoy reading so many genres and so many authors. But if I had to pick one, I think what I believe about myself is that I don't have a favorite author. I have a favorite series. Uh, for example, I like particular books by many authors. Like Ayn Rand, I enjoyed The Fountainhead, but I have not yet
Fountain.
enjoyed Atlas Shrugged as much. even with J.K. Rowling. I enjoyed Harry Potter, but I haven't read any of her other books. So, yeah, again, I can't say that she's my favorite. Arundhati Roy also, I have read 4 to 5. Even Salman Rushdie, I have read 3 of his books, but I have only enjoyed Midnight Children. I don't believe I have one favorite author. I enjoy
you
one particular work by an author.
you have named a lot of them. Arundhati Roy to J.K. Rowling. Seriously.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
that was my last question. And